start with one of our top stories this hour. Operation Dudula is in Hillbrow this morning. Organisers of the controversial group claim they're removing undocumented foreign traders and drug dealers. Police blocked the campaign last week using water cannons and rubber bullets. Officials said that the required permission and permits have not been granted. eNCA's Nqobile Madlala has been out all morning following this group as it follows through with its operations, and she's joining us for the very latest. A lot of commotion we've seen throughout the morning. And Nqobile, how are things looking now?
Well, Rafio, at this point, I'll show you a lot of people have converged here. We hear that a lot of branches have come through now. We know that earlier on they were waiting for the north and the south to also arrive. We've seen the south arriving in a bus, so you can just see the numbers of people that have arrived. But of course, that's still a very, very high police presence, still very much visible. But just to get the order of the day in terms of what will be going on, I want to bring in one of the executives in terms of Dudula, in terms of Dudula operation. Zandile, Dudula, please speak to us. What is going on today? What will you be doing?
So today we're here to demonstrate to the public and the people living around Hillbrow that Operation Dudula has finally arrived and that we will be walking freely in the streets of Hillbrow. There is no border gates here in Hillbrow, as it has been said before that South Africans cannot walk freely here in the streets of Hillbrow. So we're here today to actually tell them that we are here today, and we will obviously be visiting few places where we know there's drug peddlers and some hijacked buildings, and where we also will be going to demand 100% South African employment at some few shops here.
And of course, we've heard from the police saying that they don't want you to take the law into your hands, as you guys are not law enforcers. Are you not going to be doing that by going to these places?
No, what will happen today is we have law enforcement here that will be accompanying us to that place, and when we get there, obviously they need to do their job. They need to obviously do what they know what is best. So we are an eye-opener for them. We show them where the places are, they go in and they do their own job.
Lastly, Zandile, we've heard from Africa Diaspora Forum saying that there are concerns with regards to the fact that your guys' movement has brought in some sporadic attacks to some of people in some areas in Gauteng. What's your take on this? What is going on?
So, Nqobile, this organization is a very peaceful and well-organized organization. There were no attacks done by any of the Operation Dudula. If there are any vigilante activities that happen, it's probably people taking chances using the name Operation Dudula to do all those criminal activities. I can assure you, not even one of the members of Operation Dudula has done anything of that sort.
All right, thank you very much. Zandile Tabula, they're speaking to us in terms of Operation Dudula. In terms of Operation Dudula, we are in Hillbrow. But Rafio, before I go, I want to remind you what the police are saying with regards to this operation. Let's listen to Elias Mawela as he explains what is the police stance.
You can work with anybody, but so long that particular person is working within the ambit of the law. We don't want anybody to take the law into their own hands. There's no citizen who is empowered by any piece of legislation to can go around and open people's houses and open the shops and ask them whether they have documents or so. Once the people start doing that, they are overreaching. And to me, they are taking the law into their own hand. I call upon Dudula operatives that they must cease to do that. They shouldn't do that. If they want to assist us in dealing with illegal migration in the country, it is easy. Let them be our eyes and ears. Tell us, in that building, this is what is happening. In that space, this is what is happening. The very same Hillbrow which they are talking about, I've been in Hillbrow so many times, and we arrest a lot of people. And we continue to do that. We keep on arresting those people. So for them, they must just show us where the problem is, and we'll deal with it. But once they begin to take the law into their own hands, they are crossing the line, and the laws of the land needs to be applied.
Nqobile, it's very interesting what police officials say, that these citizens are taking the law into their own hands when it comes to dealing with undocumented people living amongst communities. But I suppose it's just a reflection of the fact that many South African citizens are perhaps fed up with the status quo, and if law enforcement is not going to be doing the cleaning up, then community members must stand up and do so themselves in the best and safest way possible.
Well, Rafiwa, yes. Just last week, we were speaking to some of the people that had joined this operation. I think one of the things that we took from those females that decided to take off their tops was that they had had enough. And part of the reason was that they were saying that there are cases that they had opened. One lady said she was a mother of 14-year-old girls who were victims of drug abuse as well as being raped. They said that, she said that they were fed by, she claimed, by foreign nationals, and she said that she had opened a case but it had just vanished to thin air, and she said that this was a problem, and this is something that they all feel is the issue. In Orange Grove, they said that they felt that the police were not doing anything. We heard also when Nqobile was here, some of the people saying that they're worried about the fact that the law enforcers are not enforcing law. Even the people in this operation have been outspoken about the police, talking about the fact that they're even taking brown envelopes. But of course, the police have been adamant to say that they have zero tolerance for corruption, which means they want the people to report these things. Hence why Elias Mawela was saying that people must report to the police. But of course, Rafiwa, if you are that lady that has children and have seen on the ground what occurs, I mean, there's so little trust that you have for the officials. But it remains a hope for many people that the police will, of course, enforce the law, and that whatever corruption that they're accused of, they'll eventually eliminate it.
No, absolutely. Nqobile Madlala, do keep safe as you continue following the developments around this particular story. That is our reporter, Nqobile Madlala, who's out in Hillbrow following the Operation Dudula. Community members standing up and clearing out undocumented foreign nationals and just ensuring that South Africans are able to live as safely as possible in their various communities.